So I thought I'll just answer a few frequently asked questions or questions that might have come up in your mind when you are learning for the AMC MCQ examination. I did have a lot of doubts and a lot of confusions when I was learning my AMC MCQ examination, and I did not have anybody to help me out with it until I went through the entire journey. Thinking back, I think there are some things that I want you guys to know. So I'll just be helping you out with that. And if you guys have any other questions, please do mention them in the comment box so that I can come up with another video clarifying your doubts so that we can all reach our dreams of becoming doctor in Australia. So, how to do the AMC MCQ questions? As I just mentioned in the previous slide, guys, when you're doing an MCQ question, make sure why you've ruled out that particular topic, that particular option, and the best way to do that is obviously to learn about that particular topic. So that's how you should do every single MCQ questions when you're studying, when you're preparing. Why did I rule out this particular options? And you're going to choose the most appropriate option. See, some options, all the five options might feel inappropriate, but still you're going to choose what will be most appropriate for my question. So that's how you do your AMC MCQ questions, the A type questions. So one other question that a lot of you guys were asking me was, where do I get the recalls? Guys, you need to socialize. You need to find people who are giving AMC MCQ examination at the same time or in the same time frame that you are giving, because those people are going to help you with recalls. Back when I studied last year, so we had a lot of group, and I had to socialize with a lot of people to find these groups also. Because if I give you a few groups that I was there in, the groups are still there in WhatsApp, but we guys have all given our examination. The groups aren't active. So you need to find the most active groups, people who are giving examination in your month, and find recalls there. You have to socialize with people and ask them for groups. If they do know groups, they will obviously share you the link. Guys, one thing that I learned from this AMC MCQ pathway is there are a lot of gods and angels who are there to help you guys. I've really wondered, why are these guys helping me so much? I don't even know them. But there are a lot of people who are so open-minded to help you in every possible way. So just try and connect with a lot of people. If they know about any groups, obviously they will tell you, and join those groups, and you will get recalls from all those groups. Some of the platforms which helped me were mainly Telegram. In the Telegram, there is a common group, AMC preparation group, if I remember it right, and there are a few other AMC MCQ groups. Just search AMC MCQ, you will get some groups there, and make sure that you join an active group. There can be a lot of inactive group. If you go and join IMG, November Australian group, November 2023 Australian MCQ group, see, that group is inactive because everybody gave their examination. So there is no use in joining those old groups. Try to find out new groups, recent groups with people who are giving the examination at the same time that you are giving. Those people will be motivated to do the recalls, motivated to study, and you need to find such groups. And the only way to do that is you need to search Telegram, you need to search WhatsApp. We had a group, Recall 2023, back when we prepared. That group was so active, and it really helped me through my examination. And just thank you for whoever made that group. If you guys are seeing this video, that group was really active, guys. So you need to search and find a very good active recall group if you haven't found any. You can also search through Facebook. You can also search through Messenger, and these are the platforms where I got my recall questions. In Facebook, guys, if you there is a Facebook page for Amidex. You need to send a request to the admin there, but you can get a lot of recall questions from there also. But even otherwise, if you search Facebook, you can get a lot of pages where recalls are being posted. Just search for AMC MCQ. You will get to find a lot of people. You will get to find contacts and groups where you will get recalls. It's not going to be a tough job, guys, because a lot of people are doing their AMC MCQ examination now. It's becoming a lot more popular. So you will get recalls, guys, and I want you to do recalls also. So guys, another question is how to do recalls. Should I really do them? Because to be honest, I did take a coaching. There are multiple coaching institutes that are there. I'm not picking up any single coaching centers. They are all equally good. There are many coaching centers now, some few that are newly emerging also. So with coaching, guys, I need you to talk personally to the people who gave their coaching and choose which is the best for you. I did Dr. Shahryar's coaching, and it was a good coaching, and we had a group, and the group, Dr. Shahriar's group is a common group in Facebook. You can join that group also. Just send a request to him. He will accept you into the group. You will find many recalls there also. I forgot to mention it in the previous slide. You can find a lot of recalls there also. One thing that really helped me was that particular page, guys. You will find a lot of people to communicate. You will find a lot of people to socialize there who will be actively participating in the recalls. But the problem is, guys, even I had the same question in my mind. Should I really do them? God, it's so confusing. Because see, recall is a question that people recall from their examination, right? You have 150 questions in your exam. It's not humanly possible to remember every single question in the best possible way, right? It's just a part and parcel of the question, and it's just few options that they might remember. Sometimes these options can be mixed with some other question. See, it's not possible for us to remember everything, right? But they do give us an idea about how questions can be framed in the examination. There are few people who remember the question really well, and I've really wondered how they do that. And they do give a very perfectly framed questions also. But guys, I will tell you how to study recalls. Please do not by heart recalls. Recalls are not to be by hearted because AMC is really clever. They know you guys are getting recalls and you guys are by hearting the recalls. They have a way in confusing you. They can, the same topic or maybe even the same question, they can change. If in one of your friends' exam, they got the question being asked was, what is the treatment? In your examination, it will be the same topic, but you will be asked for the investigation, right? So they can change question in every possible way. Okay, so that is why when you read through recalls, I know recalls are haphazard, all the options will not be present. So answering like, okay, you get only option A, option B as your recall, you get only a part of the question, and you say A is the answer. See, that's not right. A needn't be the answer. You read through the entire question in your exam, you have three other more options, and then you will find, okay, A is not the answer, D is the answer. It can change, right? So how I want you guys to read through and study recall is read the topic associated to that recall. If you have a particular recall question that came from, say, pediatrics, maybe from fever and rash, it was a question of fever and rash. Read through fever and rash, read through all those cases that you have under fever and rash. Like, for example, read through Kawasaki disease, read through scarlet disease, scarlet fever. So read and study all those topics. If you feel that the particular question is framed and it is coming under Kawasaki, read Kawasaki really well, because the next time the question that might be coming will be asking for clinical features. Then the later time again it will be coming for asking for the management, or maybe for the investigations, or maybe the presentation. So it keeps changing, guys. So recalls is not to by heart any particular answer that you're getting there. It is to understand and study the topic in a complete entire 360 view of that topic should be studied, so that how much ever twisted AMC asks you that question, you should be able to answer that. That is how you should study recalls. Initially, when I didn't know how to study recalls, I was looking through two options and a halfway built question, and I was confused about how will I answer this question. The question is not there, the options are not there. How am I going to answer this? I really did spend a lot of time frustrating about that, which I do not want you guys to do. Recalls is to get an idea of the topic, right? You see the recall, you understand what topic that they want for us to study and read through that topic. Some recall questions would be framed well. So in that case, you can obviously do that also. But keep in the back of your mind, study that topic perfectly. So the next time, how much ever they twist that question, you should be able to answer that. So you should really study recalls, guys, because a 50% of the questions is from the common pool. They're going to put up the same question, although they change the way they frame the question differently, but the same 50% pool questions are going to come again. So you should really do the recalls, but maybe if you change your method of doing recalls, you will feel a little bit more happy doing recalls rather than being frustrated seeing the haphazardly built recall questions. So another frequently asked question was, study partner, is it a must? Well, guys, getting a study partner who's going to give the examination in the same time frame like you and who is as dedicated as you to give their examination and pass their examination is very difficult. It is difficult. So I do not want you guys to frustrate thinking, oh my God, I did get a study partner. Will I now fail the examination? No, guys, you're not going to. You do not need a study partner to give your examination. If you have a study partner, that's good. But even if you don't have, you're going to study the same questions from the same book. You're going to refer to the same websites, do the same MCQ questions, and you're going to give your examination alone. You can do it on yourself. You do not always need a study partner. But guys, just check through various platforms like Facebook. When you see people answering recalls, just ask them, when are you giving your examination? And talk to them and understand if you feel that they are as motivated as you, and if they're giving the examination in the same time frame, and also see if they're working or not, because if they're working, their study schedule will be different from yours. So you will have to check a lot of things to get a good study partner. But guys, it's not a must. It's not a necessity. Study partner is not to do a combined study, guys. See, I'm not a combined study person. I need to sit in front of my books, read, act and enact it to myself and study like that. I am a solo study person. I'm not a combined study person. So there will be a lot of you guys who are like me. You do not need a study partner for combined study, guys. I'll tell you why you need a study partner and how I studied with my study partners. So to be honest, guys, I frustrated a lot because I wasn't getting a study partner. I got few study partners initially, but they weren't as motivated in the path because their dates weren't booked. They were working, so things weren't going effectively. So I was so depressed at that moment because I wasn't getting a study partner. But guys, I do not want you to feel the same way. That's why I'm telling you, study partner is not a must. If you get a good study partner, that's good. But even if you do not get a study partner, you're still doing the same job, and I'm pretty sure you will pass if you give a good hard work studying your topics. So in my case, close to my examination, maybe a couple of months before, I got few study partners who were giving examination. I gave examination on August 2023. So I got few people who were giving examination in the same month. So those people were so helpful to me, and not only helping each of us out, like whenever you have a doubt in a particular question, you can ask them that question. They will help you out with that, because sometimes sitting with the same question, reading through guidelines and understanding that can be difficult. But if you ask somebody for help, if they go through the guidelines and they will tell it back to you again, it's going to be easy for you. And if your study partner asks you a doubt, you will search every possible guidelines to explain the answer to them. You are reading, you are understanding, you are teaching them. That's a three-way studying that you are doing. So that is something that you can do with your study partner. I will not say study partner is for combined study. I did see a lot of people who are, studying together, but that's up to you. If you are a combined study person, obviously you can study together with your study partner. But me and my study partners, what we did was we used to discuss questions like if I had any doubt, I used to ask my study partner. She used to give a good search about the topics and explain it back to me. I used to do the same. So that's how we studied. And my study partners were actually, I was blessed with few girls who were really wonderful. We even shared our stress and tension towards our examination. So um, that's why you need a study partner, guys, to share your feelings and your emotions close towards your examination, especially, and also to ask your doubts and clear your doubts and get an idea how the other person is studying. But even if you do not get a study partner, guys, it is not important. I did not have anyone to tell me that study partner isn't that important, because I spent a lot of time searching for study partners and crying because I did not get a study partner, which I do not want you guys to do. Study partner is not a must. You can try to get some study partner, like maybe search through Facebook, the same groups that I told you, people who are actively participating in recalls. Maybe you can ask them when they are giving their exam. If they're giving their exam in the same month as you can maybe ask them the doubts. You don't need a fixed study partner, guys. You can just socialize with multiple people and ask them doubts. If they are, there are a lot of helping minded people, as I told you, so they're going to help you. You can have multiple study partners. I had a lot of study partners who are very, very good to help me out with whatever doubt I asked. So that's how you should go about with study partner, guys. It's not just finding one person who's going to help you out throughout. No, it's going to be a lot of people who's going to help you. They are going to ask you doubts also, you're going to help them. So it's basically a community that you develop, asking your doubts and clarifying your doubts, and you do your work alone. You are going to put your hard work to study your textbooks to widen your knowledge. That's something you have to do on your own. It's not something a study partner can provide you with. It's something that you need to develop on your own. So even if you guys, even if you did not have a study partner, did not get a study partner, that's totally fine. Just socialize, ask doubts to any people that you find on the social platform. They are ready to help you, guys, right? You do not need a single study partner to study, because it's an MCQ examination. It is something that you are doing on your own by studying the topics. That's something you can do on your own. You do not always need a study partner for that. So trust me, guys, even if you do not have a study partner, you are going to crack this examination if you put in your hard work, right? Now, should I book a date first or pick a date after full preparation? So, guys, the joke is even if you get a 10 years time to prepare all these topics, guys, you're never going to be fully prepared. That's how medicine works. You're going to read through them, you're going to forget them, you're going to study them. The guidelines changes, you're going to study them again, you're going to forget them again. This is going to happen. So, you guys, you're never going to feel that I am 100% prepared to give the examination. That's I don't think that's ever going to happen. So, what I would recommend you guys to do is pick a date that will give you about 5 to 6 months of preparation. Choose a date because only if you have a date will you be, will you get that stress and that adrenaline rush to complete the topics in that time. And that will only help you give a focused and dedicated study during that time. So I would recommend you guys to choose a date that will give you 5 to 6 months of preparation and give your examination. As I mentioned in my previous videos, you do have options of postponing, but I wouldn't recommend you guys to postpone. If you've booked your date for August 11th, see, for example, now it's September. So if you've booked your examination for next January, sorry, there is no examination in January again. So if you book your dates for February and you've booked it for February 20th, unless and until you had some medical conditions in between these time period where you couldn't study at all, maybe then you can postpone. But if you have given yourself a 5 to 6 months thorough preparation, guys, you are going to feel incomplete even the month before your examination. You're going to feel incomplete even the day before your examination. You will feel that I forgot every single thing. That's natural. It happens, guys. But just give your examination. Do not simply postpone your examination if you're feeling I'm not fully prepared, because you're going to feel that even if you get 10 years time. So my recommendation would be pick a date, give yourself 5 to 6 months of preparation, give your examination. Just work hard, you will clear this examination. Now, any superstition with dates and months to choose examination? So back when I was doing my examination, there was a lot of superstition. Do not book your examination in July. It's going to be the toughest examination. But trust me, guys, that's not true. A lot of people pass their examination in July, but a lot of people did not pass their examination in August when I gave my examination. People said August is going to be easy month, but there were a lot of failures in August. So superstition about months is just superstition. I don't think you need to give any hearing about that. You give your hard work, and if you are destined to reach Australia, God will help you pass your examination. So I don't think there's any superstition with months. I don't think you need to have any either. But with the dates, guys, I would recommend you to choose the last dates. Like for example, in August, when I did my examination, if I'm not wrong, the exam started from 6th or 7th. There was exam on 8th, there was exam on 10th, and then 11th and 12th and 13th also, if I remember it right. It's difficult to get dates, the end dates. Like it'll be difficult for you to get the 11th, 12th, and 13th, the last 2 or 3 days of the examination. But I would recommend you guys, if you get chance, pick those dates, because the reason why I'm saying this is the recall of your exam month is very important. Like I did my examination on August. I did get my recalls from the first date of examination that started in August, and me and my study partner, we were solving that. We see the recalls are going to be incomplete, but what we did was we learned and studied the topics that were asked in those recalls. And to be honest, we had a lot of questions that were repeating or revolving around those topics in our examination. So if you guys choose an earlier date, the first date or second date, you will not get enough recall. So that's why I would prefer you guys, if you get a later date, maybe go pick that, because solving few recalls of the month when you're giving the examination is going to be helpful. Not by hearting the recalls, but reading through the topics and studying the topic completely that had been asked. Now, revision. You need to revise, guys, because see, even if you're prepared for 5 or 6 months preparation, from my experience, those topics that you revise and read a few days before your exam or the month before your exam, that's only going to stick into your mind because you can forget. There is a lot of things that you're learning. So revision is very important, guys. So what I did basically was, this is something that I sticked onto my wall. So basically you have 150 questions for 210 minutes. Just forget this box, guys. I just got the timing wrong there. It's not 195 minutes. When you're starting with 150 questions, you have 210 minutes. Please do count back when you reach 100, like you've done 50 questions. So how much time do you have remaining? Just count it like that. This table is wrong. I'm so sorry about that. But count yourself back and prepare a table like this. So you will have an idea. When I reach the 100th question, this should be the time. in the timer, right? Because you shouldn't have spent any more time than what's there in that timer from what you have already scheduled for yourself. Give each question 1 minute and 24 seconds and prepare a table like this, so you will be aware how far you are managing your time in your examination. So you should be aware of this timing, and not this timing, but the timing that I want you guys to make with 150 questions in 210 hours, 210 minutes, and I want you to stick to that time in your examination. No matter what, please do not sit and think about the question. Please move forward, answer and move forward. And even when you're practicing and doing the recall questions, and even when you're doing other multiple questions, keep the timer and do the questions so that you will get an idea how to do and solve MCQs really quickly. Now, the documents, passport, driving license, and the placement letter should be taken for your examination. So I just stick this onto my wall so that, it sticks into my brain as well. So maybe even you guys can make something up like this and stick it onto your wall. So what I want to tell you about revision is at least a month before your exam or 40 days before your exam, start your revision. So my examination was on August 11th. So 40 days before my examination, I started my revision. So I kept few days for each topics, and I made sure that I completed that topic, like not reading every single line, but rushing through the topics the notes that you made, covering every topics and making an idea, revising them. See, revision is not reading A to Z of the topic. It's just looking through the topics that you've highlighted, the topics that you've made note of, to give a quick screening of what all can be asked in that question, right? So this was how I made my revision plan. I want you guys to make your own revision plan. If you are a slow learner, maybe you might have to give a little more time. If you're a quick learner, maybe you can give only less time, or maybe in this period you can revise twice or thrice. So it depends on you. This was what I made for me. I just gave 1 day for respiratory and 1 day for GIT, 1 day for endocrine, renal, CVS, few days for CNS. And so this is how I planned. You make sure you give few days of break also in between of this rushed study. You need to free up your mind, so give yourself break time also, come back, study again. So sometimes, guys, it will not be possible for you to complete the topic. So you can see few days I've not put a Indo, I've not highlighted it, meaning I couldn't complete my revision in that topic. I started pediatrics here, but I couldn't complete pediatrics in a single day. That's fine, move on. God will show you the questions that will come for your examination. Trust in him and just keep studying. The next thing is my examination, that is in August. Examination started from 7th of August, and these were the dates where examination was conducted in August. And I made sure these days that will only be for revising the recall questions or the recall topics that has been coming. So I kept aside these 4 days just to study the questions that have been asked from, or just to study the topics from which the recall questions were coming in August. So that's how I prepared for my examination, and I really do feel this is a very good way of preparing and revising in your examination as well. So how to prepare on the month of my exam? The same thing that I told you guys, just finish all your pending works, complete your revision, your 40-day, 30-day revision, whatever time that you're giving, complete everything before the first date of the examination on your month. Try and choose the last date if possible for your examination, so you get enough recalls and you can study through the topic of recalls that has been coming. So that means you'll have to give at least 5 to 6 days solely for studying those important topics. And the recalls can be confusing, guys. Don't stress on that. Read the topic, and the exam can also be confusing. It is like that, guys. So don't worry about it. The exam can be confusing. Just pray to God and click the answer that you feel is the most appropriate, and just move on. He is going to help you, guys. So that's how basically that's how I want you to prepare on the month of your examination. Now, on the day of your examination. So guys, I want you to have a very good sleep the day before your examination. Most of you guys would be like me. You will try and sit throughout the night, but please don't do that, guys. I did prevent myself from doing that. I gave myself 6 to 7 hours of sleep before my examination, because you're going to sit for 3.5 hours in the morning. You're definitely going to fall asleep during your examination, and you don't want that. So give yourself time, sleep well, and eat your breakfast. Don't eat a heavy breakfast because you might again sleep on your examination. So eat enough, and You are going to sit for 3.5 hours for your examination. You will have some initial checking process. So remember to take all your identity documents and your placement letter. They're going to check you and they're going to take in your examination. And you will have few things to do, before your examination starts itself on the computer. You will have some verifications to do. You will be given a pen and paper to do your calculations. Like in biostats, you might have some calculations. So you will be given a pen and paper, just that you just have to keep them back when you're leaving the table. Do not take anything, any paper or pen by yourself. They will provide you with all that. And giving your examination, one other thing I want you to remember is please stay put to your time. Manage your time. Do not spend another extra second for a question if you feel confused. Move fast because you need to finish the 150 questions and you cannot come back and review your answers also. So make sure you complete your all 150 questions in the stipulated time and manage your time well also. And on the day of your examination, guys, I know you will wake up early in the morning and you will start revising everything. I did that. That's okay. If you want to do, you can do revise topics. And I also carried all my book to my examination center, also thinking I'll just have a quick look through all the topics on the day of my exam. But that didn't happen, guys. You reach your center, they're going to take you in. You cannot revise anything. Don't carry your books to your center. Whatever is possible for you to revise on the morning of your examination, just revise. Then it's up to God, guys. You gave your hard work, leave the rest to God. He's going to give you a good, he's going to pay for the efforts that you gave. So on the day of your exam, I just want you to sleep well, eat well, and relax and pray and manage your time and give the best for your examination. Now, you will get your results for your MCQ examination in the portal, the same AMC portal that we made. But there has been recently a change. Results will now be released at 4 p.m. on the Friday, 3 weeks following the MCQ examination. So this process is going to start from, it started from September 6th because previously the results were released at 9 a.m. on Thursday, 4 weeks after MCQ examination, but that has changed. Please note, guys, please look your AMC portal. 3 weeks, the third Friday after your examination at 4 p.m. for your results. And wish you guys all the best. And I'm pretty sure if you give a good hard work, pray to God, you're all going to pass your examination. So that's the end of my video for today. It was definitely a long video, but this is what I did for my examination. This is what I would recommend you guys also to do for your examination. And I hope it will be helpful for you guys also. Please do share with me what you felt from my video. And also if you have any doubts that I can help you with, please do comment them so I can maybe come up with another video about it. So guys, just trust in God and do your best. Do not frustrate and stress too much about it because it isn't ours to decide how much ever effort we put. If you are decided to get into the Australian healthcare system, even without preparation, you will get into the system. I have seen people who, with work, they prepare for 1 or 2 months and they get through the examination. So it's destiny, guys. You need to give your hard work. I'm not telling don't put in your effort and you will pass your examination. No, I want you to put your efforts, study well, and just trust in God and leave the rest to Him. And do remember to give yourself some self-time. Please do, go out with your friends, spend time with your family, eat good food, see some good movies, and also get good rest. And, give yourself some break also amidst the 5 or 6 months because it's going to be a very stressful journey, which obviously it's going to be a stressful journey for you guys. But I'm pretty sure the day when you get your examination results, you're going to have a more than 100-volt smile and be really happy for the fact that your efforts really paid off. So all the best to all of you guys who are going to give your AMC MCQ examination. And if you need any other help from me, please do let me know in the comments. Bye bye. See you soon.